We're glad that you're here for a quick preview of our upcoming Business Model Canvas for Coaches webinar. Rania, hi.
Hi.
Good to see you.
Thank you, dear.
Let me change the screen. So whether you're starting your coaching practice or looking to realign an existing one, this session is going to give you some clarity and structure. And with this session, I mean the webinar that we've designed that Rania and I are going to talk to a little bit. So Rania, you probably hear this all the time. I just want to coach. I don't want to run a business. Or how do I find paying clients? So why do you think a business model canvas is valuable?
Okay, let me start with all the questions that you uttered now. They're all ring a bell. Okay, because I've been there before. And I said it many times at the very beginning of my career, how I gonna, I don't want money. I just don't want this kind of income. And I just want to help everyone on this earth. Okay, so I've been there before and I really know how it feels. And fortunately, we are all as coaches, we start like this. We just need to help. We need to practice. We need to maybe gather some hours, and we don't have this kind of clarity when it comes to we are targeting, for example. So I just want to help everyone on that earth. And as I just mentioned a while back that I've been there before, but after some time, I need some clarity. I need some structure, some organizations of my thoughts. I needed this, strategic thinking. Okay, so that's why I tried to search on how to bring some money out of coaching, how to find some clients, what kind of clients am I searching for? Who do I really want to serve? And I adapted this maybe before going to business model canvas. I adapted this marketing tool. It's called persona, how to draw your persona. Who's your persona? And I try to draw, this maybe man and woman, and about their businesses, about maybe their thoughts, about their hobbies, whatever, just to bring more clarity when it comes to the people whom I want to serve. And then business model canvas just being there. And I really liked it because it's really good structure. It's like a basic thing. And after I just wanted to serve anyone and everyone on that earth, I just I structured my, thoughts more than that. And I tried to put it in a very organization way when it comes maybe to these 9 blocks of the business model canvas. So maybe number 1, I try to think about who is my audience, what kind of people I want to serve, instead of just women, men, parents, kids, leaders, professionals, coaches, whom I really want to serve, because that was very overwhelming and very exhausting for me. And I was like, I don't know who I am, So it brings really clarity, and it's a very foundational thing.
Yeah. I also think is that it's similar to coaching. It allows you to have to stop, have to breathe, and really have to think about, how do I feel about certain things? How do I think about certain things? And defining who's your ideal client, I thought that was one of the hardest things, because you also have to be really honest with yourself. You have to know yourself as a coach and what your style is. And then you have to think about, how do I align what my passion is, what my strengths are, with coaching?
Yes, that's why I really consider it as a very valuable coaching tool. I just use it as a tool in my coaching sessions as well. because it really brings more structure, more organization, and you will know more about yourself. And one thing I just really know about myself, or not about myself, I just wanted to put it in front of me. Put your ego aside. Maybe throughout our conversations, we will shed more light on this point as well. Yeah.
True. And it's also with how I've used it also is telling people when I coach them through it, and it's not always just because of a coaching business, but in general, in is just put everything first out there. Put everything out there. And then let's bring it back, right? Let's bring it back, or let's sequence it. Or you move from one box to the next. And all of a sudden you realize that of the 10 different clients that you think are going to be your ideal clients, and then that next box, you figure out that, I think there are only 6 clients left.
Exactly. And I really liked about the business model canvas. And it's not just like in the same order. Yes, it's divided to the right part and second part, but maybe some people start with the target segment or start with your value, what kind of value you add. And after this, you will go through the other boxes, but not in a very organized way, but it's just like in a very logical way, a strategic way. So you need to start with, yes, whether it's the value or with the target audience, and then the channels, and then, like how, or the relationship with your customers. It's a really strategic tool. I agree.
And the other thing is that also is, who do you need? What do you need? I think sometimes that's forgotten, is
Most of
who can
time.
be your
Not
partners?
sometimes, Tessa. Most of time.
I try to be very nice here.
Okay.
When I once filled it in and I came to the partner component, I seeked reflection. And the person I was talking to asked me a couple of questions. And all of a sudden I was like, you know what? If I'm very honest, I have a lot more support and a lot more people who want to partner with me than I thought there was. So I was putting for myself a limiting belief there. And again, when you work through this business model canvas, the nice thing is that you can fill it in, you can put it away for a day, and then fill in something else, put it away for a day, or you can do it all at once, and then 2 days
Revisit
later
it.
work back,
Yes,
right?
revisit. Yes, yes.
And then make it less, right? And yeah, so I really liked how it blended logic
Mhm.
with creativity and with personal values.
Yes, I just want to share this. It's a very easy and simple way, and it's all concerning with us. It brings more of our values and the things really we want to share with people, whether to help them and how maybe to get some income or some revenue stream. And it's totally different from these big things like a visibility study when it comes to business, how to start your business, visibility study and business plan, and all of these big names, and need some more of experience. It's just like one page with 9 blocks, and each of which has multiple questions you can answer yourself, dig deep into yourself more and more to bring more clarity about your channels, about the revenue stream you can bring out of your business, because it's very important to differentiate between you as a coach and the business you want to start with. That's why I mentioned the word that we need to, as coaches, as entrepreneurs, as anyone want to set up a business, to just bring out your ego and put it aside and just now deal with this sheet, with this canvas, business model canvas, as it's two parts. Part of your customers, it's very customer centric. What about your clients? It's all about your clients, what's in it for them, the value you will add to them. And the second part is about your business, not just about you, maybe as a freelancer or just as a coach or just Rania or Tessa. No, it's your business. Now you just get out of yourself and put it in front of you. You will think differently, totally in different way. Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I think that is also one of the things that many people tend to forget, is that it's really that value proposition is so hard to define when you start. Because you're like, well,
I agree.
if you don't overcomplicate it in your mind, it's
Yes.
all about what is the problem that you're solving. In the webinar that we worked on, right, in the whole package, we have some really, really good examples of globally well-known coaches. And when doing research, one person who has a very well-known podcast made a very good comment. And the comment was, don't reinvent the wheel if somebody else already has the system created. And I think the business model canvas is a proven system. And it's on one page. And you don't, like what you say, have to have a PhD. It is all about what is the service and the value that you're bringing. And it goes back to what you said, because I last week had to do my administration. Not really a big fan of it, but I had to keep record of how many hours of coaching and in what kind of settings. Because International Coaching Week inspired me to say, okay, where am I, for my
Yes.
next certification?
Yes,
So
right.
I sat myself down. I found out that I have a lot more coaching hours than I thought I had. But it also brought me down memory lane. And I started coaching, similar as what you said, because I wanted to help, because I wanted to give back and contribute. I started, and I still do that a lot because it's one of my favorites, is I started group coaching circles. And especially project teams. But to go back to the different business models, right, that are out there, it's about solving the problem. It's about solving and being of service and being of value. Do you agree with me? Do you have a different view here?
No, of course, I agree with you 100%. I just recall maybe the first time I tried to write, right, or to edit my business model canvas. When it comes to value proposition, I just said that I want to help people around the world. The same exact cliche, this kind of very generatic state. I want to help people. So what is the problem I need to solve for people? What's in it for them? And this is interconnected with the target audience you want to serve. So they are all, the 9 blocks of the business model canvas, they are all interconnected and they're all completing each other and completing the big picture as a coach or as an entrepreneur of your business as well. So what kind of value the people whom I serve will pay me for? Help them?
True.
Okay. Helping is a virtue, by the way. Helping people is a virtue. And in coaching, is it the core of coaching to help people? Yes, we agree on this. What other things we can add as a value for people who are around us or our target audience, to be specific? What kind of problems we need to solve and what kind of value we can add? What's in it for them? What's in it for me? And all of these beautiful questions, like this brings more clarity and you can like discover a thing that you can add as a value to bring more or to help some of your clients. So yes, I totally agree with you. We've been all there before.
And I think it also goes back to your origin story. I think everybody who got their training and coaching and explored different coaching styles, and you and I continue to invest, right, in different training and development. And if I look at the other coaches within the inspiration station, it's the same. Everyone has a different origin story. And that usually ties very closely to also where the unique value, their core is as a coach. And with that target audience, with that, the
Yes.
value proposition I brings.
I agree. Yeah. Okay.
So have you used this canvas also to pivot? Like, I'm doing this right now, but
maybe as a steps, right? Steps to grow, steps
yeah,
to follow. Yes.
yeah.
So maybe I started to like bring some 2 or 3 target audience. Okay, so like maybe leaders, and what about maybe women, teenagers, for example. So after some time, no, I just felt that I'm lost between all of these things. And this diluted my message and influence and my impact over others as well. So I tried to narrow it down. What really brings me happy from inside? And I really know deep inside that I can add value and help people. So I bring two these things. I will solve your problem. I will help you. And then I will bring some money out of it. And I just figure out that when it comes to leader, like section heads and these kind of professionals, I'm feeling so happy when I just help them in their career development and in their leadership skills and develop their leadership skills as well. So I just maybe yes start with some points, start with many target audience, and then I just narrow it down. And this is what business model canvas tried all the time, just to make you deep think, and all of these things. Maybe like Google. So as an example, Google, the first target audience they just targeted were like the mass, all the people around the world, or the researchers. If you want just to search for anything, just Google it. After some time, they bring another target audience, the advertisers. They want to monetize it. So we will help people and their business model, freemium. So you can search for everything you need on this earth on Google, and it's totally for free. What about from the other part when it comes to advertisers? Now it's totally other story. So it's okay to put 2 or 3 target audience and to try to dig deep about your value proposition, about the customer relationship, about the channels, and then your revenue stream as well. So the most important thing is clarity. The most important thing is just to be assured to structure everything. And it doesn't have to be from the first step, the beginner's mistakes or the beginner errors. So it's okay as much as you can just to start and then modify it, edit it, revisit it, as we just discussed a while back. So yes, it's very important. And it's okay to add it all the time, to revisit it all the time, to maybe look at the big picture and just to maybe put long-term goals. It's okay.
I agree and can resonate with that. I also think it's important that when you go through the process of filling out your business model canvas, it's especially if you want to set up your own coaching practice, it is a very personal journey. And for example, reflecting on me is I know that I have a max. And that has to do with how I like to work with people and how I can give them that time and that deep listening and that attention that they need. So I put also down a maximum amount of clients or a maximum amount of things that I'm doing. And I really also went through what I like and what I dislike. Not that you can't coach everybody if you use the method and
Yes.
everything, because you can. However, for me, I think to build that connection and that chemistry and really be there and go with people on a journey. I figured out, for example, that um, I like to work with people more on a package base, where and not more than a certain amount of people, etc., etc., etc. You said something fun also is, yeah, you got to solve a problem. It made me think of Dubai chocolate. I mean, I live in Dubai, right? We got it here, right? Every 2 and 4 p.m. she goes on Deliveroo. It started as pregnancy cravings.
Whoa.
She solved her own problem. The weird
Impressive.
chocolate combinations, or weird, I mean, now they're normal and everybody knows them, started
Mhm.
from herself.
Yes.
I originally started exploring coaching and everything also because I wanted to be a better leader.
Mhm.
And from there, it evolved.
Yes.
And probably
Right.
you have a similar story, right? And if you put that down on that canvas, all of a sudden that story becomes clear.
Mhm.
So just to close it out, right? Rania, what, according to you, are 5 reasons why the webinar that we put together is very valuable if you want to start up your coaching business?
Wow, big question. Okay,
Uh-huh.
but yes, and it really needs thinking. But I can say that if you want some clarity about how to start your business, it's very important to know more with examples and with implementation and with the help of experts to build your business throughout. Maybe, yes, business model canvas. To know about your key activities, your cost structure, how to handle this. What about the partnership, the strategic partnerships? Who is going to cooperate with or partnering with to flourish and to thrive? And there are many other reasons behind attending or knowing more or just like knowing more, yes, and implement the business model cuts. You will know more how to bring some income, how to like search here and there about the ideas, how to monetize my business, monetize my coaching business. It's about through maybe it's just about the sessions or a digital product, or I'm gonna do it for free freemium or just this business model. So you will gain more information, you will gain more, more clarity and more actionable steps to start right away to draw your dream and to write your own one-page business about every detail when it comes to these 9 blocks. That's why we help people to gain this kind of clarity and awareness and help them answer these questions, regarding to every and each block of this target audience, the cost structure, and it's a very important part when it comes to cost structure, how it takes from you to flourish and to thrive and to reach your audience and to bring the channels that you will serve your audience on. How are you going to do this? What about your partners? What about your key resources? What about your key activities? All of these things we can help the coaches with. Yes. Are these 5 reasons or more than that? I didn't count.
Let's see. I think if I summarize it, it's about helping somebody have clarity, because that clarity is the foundation for action. It
The
is
keyword actually,
about it's about prompting the brain to be forward looking, and probably a little bit of brutal honesty when it comes to filling out each and every part of the canvas.
Yes.
It's about understanding your values. It's about also a little bit of a reality check. If you want to make coaching a business, where your revenue and where your costs come from, and where your like what you also said, right, where the learnings can come from. So let's stick to proven systems. And I think the value of also of the webinar is you do it in a small group under the guidance of yourself and myself, who have done this before and who have done this and helped others also
to
worked. Fill it out.
Yes,
and it works. I mean,
yes.
Nobody has to argue that, right? Strategizer, who designed the business model canvas, they were two gentlemen, and it's been used all over the world. Even before coaching, I used to use this in a Fortune 500 company. It works. Yes. However, how do you make it work to really get your coaching ambition into a shape, into a one-pager that you can stick on the wall? Because that's your clarity.
That's right. So we can't promise people here to make them or to make with them like a whole business plan for their businesses, but we can promise them that in just one page, you bring more clarity and you really can start your business and with much of awareness and clarity. Yes.
And I've seen companies that had business plans that were this thick, but they didn't have the foundation right.
Yes, 400 papers and visibility study. I can't tell about.
Oh, yeah. But they didn't have their foundation right.
Yes, right.
And I still sometimes struggle with this, and it's harder to do it alone, because it really sometimes feels like you're bleeding on a page. Well, if you're coached through the process, your brain will function in a way that is most powerful.
I agree.
Anything else? Are there any questions? Let's see. I don't think there are any questions. Oh, does that mean that we've been really clear?
Yes. And they agree?
Okay. Well, that's really what it's all about, I think, right? The clarity. And let's have a business plan. Well, no, a business canvas.
Let's do it.
That you can use for the future. Okay.
Yes.
Oh. Thank you for the comments.
Thank you. Yes.
And
very
it's
soon.
Great. Yeah.
Inshallah.
Yeah, I'm excited. Are you excited? I mean, we worked hard on this. Okay. Talk soon. And it's been fun.
Bye.